Hello guys, welcome back to ERD Stitches YouTube channel. Hope you people are doing well. Thank you all for supporting me. So today we are going to learn this classic boss ladies handbag. In fact, this particular training is going to be in many parts because I want to take my time to break it down. I don't want to hide anything, so you have to be patient with me and watch it as I drop it on my channel. So if you have not subscribed, please do me a favor to subscribe, like my videos, share my video. Just touch the share button and share my video. It will not cost you anything. Support me by sharing my videos. So let's get started. So I'm going to give you a rundown of all the things we are going to need for this bag making, for this particular handbag making. So for this handbag making, you are going to need your scissors. I have different types of scissors here. The scissors I use to cut my leather is not the scissors I use to cut my fiber. So you have this is the scissors I use for my leather. If you use this leather scissors to cut your fiber, it will blunt the scissors. You make the scissors not to be sharp. So you need your scissors, different types of scissors. You need your ruler. You will need your L-shaped ruler. This is L-shape. You see it? L-shaped ruler. It comes in sizes. It has this big size and the small size. This big size, I got it at 1,500 from Mushi Market. So if you want to get this type of ruler, you get it from places that they sell building materials, or leather market or shoemaker market. You get it there. So you need this ruler. So if you cannot afford this ruler, you will need A4 paper. It's very important, A4 paper. So you will need your measuring tape. You make sure that the measuring tape you are using, like now I'm using this particular shape measuring tape to measure. Now I will use it from the beginning of this video till the end. The reason why it is very important to maintain one measuring tape when you are working on any leather or when you are working is because these are measuring tapes. They are of different sizes. So if you doubt it, buy like 2 or 3 different measuring tape and put them side by side. You see that their measurements are not the same. It will not be the same because it's different companies that are producing them. So maintain one measuring tape when you are working. You will need your Mako. This is my Mako. So I use Mako 2. Mako 2 is very nice for this. So you buy a Mako, you get it from shoemaker material sellers or bag material sellers. They sell, especially shoemaker material sellers. You get Mako from there. This is Mako 2. You use your carry board. They call this carry board here. I don't know what they call it in your area, but here in my area we call it carry board. You need it, and you need the soft type because we are working with blackhead machine. So you will need the soft type, the soft one, not the thick one. You will need it for this tutorial. You will also need your leather. You will need leather for this tutorial, and your lining. So now we are going to the cutting proper. I'm going to take you through on the cutting, on the how to achieve the materials that I use for this tutorial. So now this is my carry board. I've already marked the measurement on the carry board. I have marked it out, but I will explain to you how I achieve all these things. I want to turn it around. It seems it's upside down. Okay, I'm going to teach you the work of this L-shaped ruler. This angle here is called angle 90. So before you work on your leather, whatever, maybe leather, carry board, or lining that you are using for this tutorial, you have to make sure that your line here and here is equal, is straight. Sometimes, you know, those people that are cutting the leather in the market, they don't cut it straight. So you will use, that is where this thing come in. So when you place it, I've already shaped this, but I want to show you. You just place it on your leather this way. You see the way it is now. When you look at it, here and here is straight. This will not give you full. If you use this to draw a line to get this angle 90 here, your leather, your work will be straight. But when you don't have this type of thing, that is where this A4 comes in. You use A4. I believe that everybody know what is plain paper, A4 plain paper. You can get it anywhere. Maybe the one they use to write letter to you or type something for you. So you place, when you place your paper, you see it, you place your paper here and here will be straight. So this angle in this paper here is also angle 90. So it will give you a straight line when you use it to rule on your leather. Use it on your leather before you start any measurement. I've already done mine, so I've explained it for you now. Make sure you have L-shaped ruler or this. Use it to rule your line before you start your measurements. So if you look at this place, now I've marked my measurement on this my carry board. I'm going to show you what I marked. The wideness of this my carry board is 12 inches. It's 12 inches in wideness. I hope you are seeing it. 12 inches. That's the wideness. So this is the front. The front is 10.5 by 12 inches, the wideness. The base is 4.5. That's 10.5. Then what it means is that from here to here is, from this point to this line here is 10.5. That is for the front. From this line to this second line, that is 4.5 by 12. That is the base. While from this second line till here, I've not ruled it as a straight line, is 10.5. 10.5 by 12. That is for the back. That is front, base, back. One is supposed to be back. So these three things are going to be cut together. That's why I marked it like this. So I'm going to just cut it. I'm going to cut it from this line here. I hope you are seeing the line. From this line, that's where I will cut it now. So the three of them are going together. So I'm cutting it now. When you are cutting, please cut on the line. Don't cut outside the line. Cut on the line. Make sure your cutting is on the line. So after cutting it out like this, you use your ruler, place your ruler on the line as it is this way and give it a crease. That crease will help you to fold over. You just give it a crease. You crease the line. You crease on that line. So this is it now. I hope you are seeing it. So it's that crease that will make it to bend this way. So we are going to keep this one aside now. So now we are going to cut the two sides. So I've cut out the two sides. The measurement I have for the two sides is 4.5. This way is 4.5 by 9 inches. 4.5 by 9 inches. And I've cut 2 pieces. So now we are going to shape it. Watch what I'm going to do now. I'm going to shape it by 1/2 inch. So I'm going to take 1/2 inch on my right and 1/2 inch on my left. 1/2 inch here. So I'll come to this side also. I'll also take 1/2 inch. So that 1/2 inch that I took, I just place my ruler on it and draw it till it vanished on the damp part. Slant it this way till it vanished. You see what I just did? So I will turn to this side. I will do same on this side also. Put it here and draw it until it vanish. See it? So we are going to cut it out. Why we shape the side is so that the top of the bag will not be too, the wideness will not be too much. So this is it now. You can place it on the second one and use it to shape the second one. So this is the two sides now. I'm done shaping it. So I'm going to keep it aside. So another thing that you need to cut out on your carry board is your flap. This flap is not, we are not putting lock in this flap, it's just for fancy. So you will cut 7 inches by 12 inches for the flap. So this is mine. I've already cut it at 7 inches by 12 inches. So after cutting it out, you have to first get the middle of this 12 inches, which is 6 inches. The middle of 12 inches should be 6 inches. So this is my 6 inches now. 6 inches. Here you will take 1.5 inches. Mark 1.5 inches from here. 1.5 inches. You come to this side also. You mark 1.5 inches by the side here. So from this 1.5 inches point, you put your ruler to that midpoint. Just let your ruler get to that midpoint. You just draw it this way. You turn to this side. You do the same thing from the 1.5 inches point to the midpoint. You draw it to the midpoint. You see it from the 1.5 inches. You draw to the midpoint. Make sure that it's from the 1.5 inches point. So this is what I have now. So you are going to cut it out. You put your ruler, cut on the line. I always say cut on the line. Anytime I'm cutting, I keep repeating myself. You cut it out on the line. You turn like this and cut the second side. make sure you are cutting on the line. So this is what we have for the flap now. So I'm going to keep it aside also. So after cutting all these things on our carry board, the next thing we are going to do is to cut leather for it. Okay, now this is the leather I'm using for this tutorial. So I've cut out everything and I'm going to explain to you all the measurements. Before I start, when you are doing this type of work, you don't need thick leather. You will look for soft leather that has good quality. It will be soft, but it has good quality. That's what we need for this tutorial. So this is the leather I'm using for this tutorial. So I'm going to give you the rundown of the measurements. This one is for this carry board, for the front, back and base. Remember, it's together. So when you look at this leather now, you will see that it's wider than my carry board. Half inch here, half inch here. The measurement of my carry board is 12 inches, but on this leather I have 13 inches. While the length of this my carry board is 25.5 inches, and this leather I have 26.5 inches. That means I added half inch on both the length and the width. I also have cut my lining for the body. For this one, I'm going to use this lining for this one. And the measurement of the lining I have here is 11.5 by 23.75. 11.5 by 23.75. That is for this one. While for the two sides here, I've also cut lining for it. This two is for the two sides of the bag. And the measurement for this side lining is 5.5 by 10.5, and you're going to cut two pieces. For the inner pocket that will go with the, please note down the leather that you are cutting. Note it down, the sizes. For the inner pocket that will be with the lining, I'm using this leather, and the size is 5 inches by 9. This way is 5, this way is 9. 5 inches by 9, that's this. So for the two sides, for these two sides, I'm using this leather for it. When you put one this way, I'm not folding the sides, so you turn this one. Look at the way I placed it. Turn this one this way. This is the leather I'm going to use for it, and the size of the leather is 8.5 by 11. I'm using it for the two sides. For this flap, for the flap, this is the leather I'm going to use for this flap. This is the leather. You see it? It has half inch here, half inch here. I'm going to leave like 1 inch here. So you're going to leave half inch here, half inch here, and half inch here. This one here is half inch, but down here you will leave 1 inch. So the size of this leather is 13 by 9.5. When we start sewing, you will understand, and when we start to gum it, you will understand it very well. That's for this. Then for the two handles, for the handle, I'm using 3 by 17 inches, and I have 2 pieces. 3 by 17 inches, 2 pieces. Then for the zip strap, the one that we will sew our zip to, the size is 2 inches by 10.5. 2 inches by 10.5, and I have 2 pieces of it. This I call it sewing strap. Sewing strap. When we start sewing, you will know what we use this for. What I have here is 1.5 inches by 25 inches. 1.5 by 25 inches, and I have 2 pieces. Then the last but not the least is the lining strap. Lining strap. This is where we will sew our lining to. And what I have here is 3 inches by 12. 3 by 12 inches. Here also 3 by 12 inches. I have 2 pieces. So these are the things we need, all the leather we need to make this handbag. So this is where we will stop this tutorial for now. This is all about the cutting of the material. In the next tutorial that I'm going to make on this bag, it is going to be on the sewing. We will start the sewing tutorial. So if you have watched to this extent and you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe to my channel to support me. Like my videos, share my videos. Feel free to share my videos anywhere in your on your social media handles to your friends. Just touch that share button and you are good to go. You share my videos. Even you can share my videos on your WhatsApp status. Thank you for watching and God bless you all. See you in the sewing tutorial. Bye bye.